lifted me up. You found me here. When I feel asleep, Jesus, okay, I gotta pause that for a minute. Wow. I just have my like most recent playlist on shuffle, so just listen to Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, and then Hidden comes on, and that just really hit me out of nowhere. Without getting into a lot of details about my struggles in my life and things like that, I don't cry. I really don't. I need to take a drink. That's the problem. Anyways, without getting into too many details of my life or anything like that right now, it's 2026. It's May 2026, and gosh, I'm crying. I definitely can't show up crying. I left. My husband and I. We left our jobs in our church in February of 2022, and it's been really, really hard and scary and dark, and I just have to take advantage of this moment because I don't allow myself to feel. But lately I've just had this passion reawoken in me, but it also started with coming to realization of some things that I was really struggling to admit, and I was afraid to say out loud and all of these things, and I started reading a book called I've Got Questions, basically about deconstruction and trying to understand my relationship with Jesus. And what that is with just you and Jesus. So, just that hidden, gosh dang, just that idea that he finds us hidden, and no matter how much we hide, and no matter how much we are resistant to him and going into a church building because it feels really scary, even though your best friends of your entire life are there and inviting you, and it feels like home because you've known half the people there for most of your life. It shouldn't be scary, but it is. And we lost a lot. Not only did we leave our jobs, but we lost our church family, our community, it was our livelihood, it was our everything about us was tied up in that. And I have an amazing husband, and I love him more than anything in the world, and I have great friends that I also love very, very dearly, and I'm so grateful for them. But even with friends, I do feel very distant, and I feel very disconnected, and just a lot of stuff that I've been working through a lot lately. And I really think a lot of my illness comes from this fight or flight, this living in survival mode for 31 years, and the past 4 years not having a safe place to land. And I say all that to say, this bookstore, cafe, Willow and Wand, it's an idea and it's a business, okay, but it woke me up to a lot, and I'm still trying to get to church on Sunday, and I'm still trying to just figure this all out, but I am trusting in Jesus, and not even about that, just in general, that he does love me, and he does care for me, and he's not shaming me, and he isn't angry with me, and he isn't going to abandon me. He's not going to abandon me, and that he loves me unconditionally. And I don't know, I needed this right now, and I thought I needed to record it because I'm not, usually I just block it out. So, all that to say, this Willow and Wand thing is not just a, ooh, Harry Potter, ooh, Taylor Swift. It is the album Evermore, Taylor Swift's album Evermore. The number one track on that is, or the first track, is a song called Willow. But that song was, or the album was actually released exactly 1 year to the day before Mikey and I, my husband and I, got married. So that's cool. But that album, I guess between December 11th, 2020 and December 11th, 2021, it got me through a lot, and it still does, and it means a lot to me. And then the wand, if you're catching on, it's Harry Potter. I mean, I've talked about it and all the things, but Harry Potter, I had a really not good childhood, and I loved reading. That is the one thing I did love, and I did see in my mother that she was a teacher. So I loved reading, and I read from an early age, and I fell in love with Harry Potter and the world and the books and the movies, and just everything about Harry Potter felt like home, because home didn't feel like home, and it's very important to me. So just combining those two things, and it's a lot deeper than just, Harry Potter school and Taylor Swift school. And they're two of the biggest fandom things, I guess, in the world, but they are things that when I've been afraid to look to Jesus and say, I'm scared and I need you, I have been able to find words and find meaning in songs and movies and an escape, in a lot of ways. So anyways, I need to stop right now. I'm getting sweaty and I just need to take a deep breath. But I don't know, I hope I do end up posting this, because I probably won't, because I'm terrified. Absolutely terrified. But at the same time, this is the community, and this is the vulnerability I'm talking about, and why we need this. And even just from having posted things, just coming together with so many people and reconnecting with so many people. The past 4 years have been so dark. I mean, so incredibly dark. But in that, I have also, and I could go on forever, and the people that know, they know, the amount of people that I have reconnected with or connected with over books, and whether it's Harry Potter, or whether it's ACOTAR, or whether it's Frida McFadden, or Geneva Rose, or a coloring book. I don't know. I have I found community in that, and it has saved me in a lot of ways, and has made me see that even if I'm afraid to go into a church and join a life group and be open and vulnerable and all of the things, that people care. They care, and I can like what I like and do what I want. Okay, not I can be me and be loved. Hold on. I can be me and be loved, even when it's really hard to believe that and really hard to feel that. But in this moment, I needed to take a moment and document this. So that is all I've got for now, and I really hope I post this. Really, really do. But I'm gonna go be a therapist and all that. So I love you. That was kind of creepy. I'm gonna go be a therapist now. So we'll talk later. Okay, love you. Bye.